We should be rolling. Want to double check?
Yes.
Open up the Twitch app, see if people look. Did the camera like point down more? Feels like it's pointed down more.
Maybe a little. Do you need me to put it up?
Whatever. I mean, your head's almost cut off. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Doing another thing and checking out my Twitch stream. Saying hi to people. Oh, wrong thing. Oh, hang on. Let's stream.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we're running on there.
Yeah.
I
Hi.
didn't actually get Oceancraft running,
That's probably a good idea.
so I should probably do that. Hello, everybody. All none of you. Is YouTube running?
I can't tell.
Didn't even look. You got to go over to the other page.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like it's running.
It is. Yay.
Good.
I just have the chats open.
Cool.
Yes.
Hope you're all doing well on this lovely Monday afternoon with garbage trucks beeping outside constantly.
Yeah.
Never ending.
I mean, the longer we sit here, the more we have the chance of hearing our neighbor who seems to be experiencing a breakup and their choice of music on repeat. So that's
Fair.
cool. I did not know that it was a non-stereotypical chick flick thing to do, like an in real life thing to do, to blast, what was it, Everybody Hurts?
No, was it Everybody Hurts? No, it was something Heartbreak.
Oh, hang on, because I texted Angie about it.
Yeah.
I was like, so my neighbor must be going through a breakup. It was Love Hurts.
Love Hurts. That's
Yeah.
right.
They had, for the longest time today, they had Love Hurts
Playing on repeat.
on repeat,
my
super, super loud.
Poor guy.
I don't even know. It might be a girl. Who knows?
Might be a girl.
All I know, and we don't really know our neighbors because we're shut-ins. That don't talk to people a lot.
That's right.
But you know, one of them really likes that song, or
Went through a breakup.
yeah,
Just today.
just
Just
today.
today.
Yeah, little hilarious, I have to say. But you know, what can I say?
Jeez.
Well, that's just it's very stereotypical to go through. You know, I don't know, and just blast sad music. I mean, didn't you say you had a friend that did that for a while he was going through a breakup?
Yeah. He he went through a breakup with this girl he was dating since high school, and it was kind of a weird thing too, because like, you know, when you see two people who like if you didn't know they were dating, you would think they were brother and sister because they looked so perfectly matched.
Yeah.
Like it was, I mean, like, you know, not in like a weird way, just in like you two look so perfect for each other.
Oh.
That like it's almost like you already are related if you aren't, you know, like.
Okay, sure. I guess like I get it.
So when she broke up with him, it was like rough because he was a big guy, she was a big gal, like.
Oh, okay.
And this was like, you know, before people were real big on average, you know.
Oh, okay.
And so he just kind of was like, oh, never gonna meet someone who's, you know, into someone like me.
Yeah.
And he just drove around listening to wait, what was the song? It wasn't Everybody Hurts. Now you have that stuck in my head.
No, Bad Day? What was it?
Yeah, that's right. You had a bad day. Taking one, and like we'd invite him out to try and cheer him up, and he'd like roll up in the parking lot in his crappy 90s car, and that would be blasting out of his windows. Like it was the only song he listened to.
I feel like that's kind of an older song too. I can't remember the last time it was popular, so must have been a bit ago.
Yeah.
But that is pretty funny.
They had a bad day.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Every time you have a bad day, you put on that song.
Yeah. She wants to be quick as a turtle.
That doesn't sound very quick.
Some turtles are known for their quickness, all right?
I'm sorry, who? Which ones?
Some.
Which turtles?
Don't worry about it, just some of them.
Okay, well, I'm unaware of those turtles.
I keep closing my my stream manager.
Why?
Like,
what are you doing?
I don't know. It's just like force of habit. I turn off my phone. It's like, wait a second, I was trying to leave that on. Okay, quick as a turtle. Let's help you out. Wait, do I already have something for you?
So
I do.
Actually quick or
quick as a turtle. Why are you making this into a thing?
All right. It just sounds like a trick question. That's all I'm saying.
The top of my head's getting cut off now. Your camera's so low.
I can make it higher.
It's okay. Whoop.
No.
Don't mess with it.
Oh.
Don't you do it.
Okay.
Don't you touch it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Nothing. I did nothing.
I gotta go back to the old-timey voice. I need a potion that will help me wield my weapon better during battles.
That sounds pervy.
Libido potion. Got it.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew. Now our sponsor.
Yeah, it would be cool to be sponsored by anybody. I feel like I get it. They're just going around to people that are like, we don't really have money, so if you want to pay us to say your name, like, cool.
Yeah. Buy my book. Buy my book.
I can't even remember that one. I do remember some ads are ridiculous. Was it Cars for Kids or something?
Oh no, so that one was from a little show called The Critic.
It really?
Yeah.
It's a TV show?
Yeah, it was an old cartoon.
Oh.
Back when cartoons were supposed to just be for kids, but then they made some cartoons for adults and they didn't do well. That was
what, like Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah. So like some kids would watch it and it would be like, I'm watching it, it's edgy, like when South Park first came out.
Oh no, yeah, right.
But yeah, they just wouldn't do well because like eventually parents would figure out that it wasn't for kids.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And they'd make their kids stop watching it, but then like adults weren't watching them yet, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, there was always a stigma about that type of thing, like adults watching cartoons, like it was juvenile. And it's kind of insane because it's not just because of a certain style of animation or whatever. Like, how can you like blatantly say animation across the board is juvenile when it's a literal art form? But of course, there's definitely a rhetoric pushed around that time.
Yeah. Oh, look at my
no.
upcoming customer, Madam Twerks.
Oh, there she
your
is.
Favorite.
There she is.
Uh-huh.
My lady. Oh, good. He also needs Blue Chew, but in the form of a ring.
Increases endurance. Complete. See, she's right behind me, isn't she? I need more endurance.
Like, help. Oh, wait, no, it's not a guy. It's not a guy.
Well,
I thought it was it.
You don't know that. Don't assume.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Endurance is the fast one.
It is? Swiftness is the same as endurance. Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Oh. Okay. Endurance is not
the same as swiftness.
So maybe strength is what she's talking about?
I would think so, right? Because the more you could endure.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Madam Twerks.
Hey, Madam Twerks.
Hello, Honey Bun. I'm Honey Bun. She's talking to me.
Oh my god. I've come to you for a potion again. You know, sometimes clients come to my establishment to relax, choose the girl of their liking, and then they experience a bit of an issue, you might say. So she needs Blue Chew too. Like, this whole game is the stress, the anxiety, you get it. We treat this with a great understanding. It could happen to anyone. So
wait a minute, she actually really is talking about Blue Chew,
I
isn't
know.
she?
So I need something to help clients in this delicate situation.
It can be a cream, an incense, a perfume, a drink, or even a pill.
Or even a chewable pill that
tablet.
might be blue.
Chewable tablet.
Basically any method that you can think of, Honey Bun. You're the master here.
Okay, real quick. We talk about Blue Chew way too much. I do not use Blue Chew.
No,
there is no Blue Chew in this household. I just want to point that out. We're also not sponsored by them.
No, it's a funny joke because we listen to podcasts.
It's on they're a sponsor for every podcast. I swear a friend takes it. It's not me.
Not even a friend. We don't know anybody that even takes it. We just listen to podcasts.
Do these issues happen a lot?
Honey bun. Ours is an elite establishment, so we take an individual approach to every client. People come to us to relax and escape the harsh realities of life. Some have a difficult job, some don't. Some have family issues, and some fall into misfortune of some kind. Age and stress sometimes take their toll, of course, so these issues spring up. But that doesn't mean that a person won't get what they need. But in our establishment, someone can forget all about their troubles for a night and leave happy. But only with your help, apparently.
That's right.
Because stress and age and things.
Okay, so I unlocked oil.
Oh, wow.
Instead of
did you
instead of the water. And I might have a map of that here because I'm a cheater.
What?
But I don't even see libido on this map, so
isn't it just the
old-fashioned way?
Oh, well. Someone is cleaning her beans. Get that.
Get those beans.
Can I do things? Can give you a pet?
I'm gonna make you haggle.
Haggle,
Madam Rourke.
Haggla. She's probably good at haggling.
What's
oh my god.
What's her faces?
I think you know.
That's interesting.
I think you know.
Madam Twerks. All
right. So, did she pay less for it?
No, she paid more for it.
Oh, very good.
Help with intimate affairs. He wants one too.
What is the deal with this game? Are they sponsored by them too?
I guess so. Maybe. Yeah, he wants a potion that I only use 3 ingredients to make. I think my current libido potion uses a lot more than 3.
Oh, really?
Let me see what I can do for him.
Very good.
Well, maybe. Oh, but I don't have that many of those.
Oh, she's such a gray cat. What's your consideration?
Well, he just wants it to be made with no more than 3 ingredients. I'm just trying to find some ingredients that will get me up there.
Oh, very good.
That I have a lot of. Because to be fair, I do use a lot of ingredients for that recipe, and I can do better. Let's try this out.
Do better.
Do better.
Yeah.
Okay, Captain America.
There's no try.
Did you see that the Captain America TV shows? What was it?
No.
Falcon and the Shield or whatever.
Oh no. So it's the new Captain America?
No. It's been out for years.
Oh.
But it was just I thought it was funny because at the end he's like, telling off the senators about this I think the storyline was that the people who came back from the snap, they were kind of homeless.
Well, yeah.
And so
literally it was years in between, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, your landlord probably rented out their property again.
Yeah. So so at the end he's lecturing the senators about because they just kind of want to ignore the issue, it seems like. What's new to all politicians, right?
Oh yeah.
And basically when he's telling off the senators, he's just you just got to do better. they're like, well, what do you think we should do? That's not my job.
Figure it out.
Like, he didn't really have like he wanted to yell at them about it, but he didn't really have a solution either.
Oh, jeez. They're like, listen, we're all ears. We would love to solve this problem, but there's not really a quick solve. And they're like, I'm sure there is. You just haven't thought of it yet. I believe in you. Do better.
Get to work.
Get to work. Yeah. It's helpful. And so encouraging. I've had clients like that before too in the scenic art world. Where they're just like, I don't know what I want, but once I see it, that's when I'll know. Mm-hmm. So you just do better and figure it out. And one day, my dream that I can't visualize will become a reality. Yeah. That's always fun. Good stuff.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Don't you just love it? Almost there. I believe. Ah. Are you trying to get to 3?
Yeah.
Whoop. There it is. Very good. Oh, turned red and everything.
Because that uses a lot less stuff than the previous one.
You know, I've heard that might be a cross-section of a guava.
Where'd you hear that
from? Reddit.
Uh-huh, okay. All right. I like how Reddit's the new, like, you know... Actually, that's kind of funny. Because you could say it like, you know, before Reddit, people would say, I read it in an article. Right?
Reddit. I read it. Yeah.
I'm sure I read it online somewhere.
That's probably the whole reason why they named it that. It's good. It's good stuff. No, I spend way too much time on that site just lurking in weird parts of the internet for entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's always good to find out like where a traffic like jam originated. Is, you know,
Reddit is?
Yeah. Because there's like different like subreddits for different parts of different counties and different whatever, you know, in California especially. And like that massive like traffic jam from
yesterday.
Some protest. Yeah.
Yeah.
That we got stuck in. We're like, what the hell is happening? Why are we just stuck here? What's happening? Oh, for belly pets. Yeah. Understood. Yeah, like we would have never known. And the fact that there was like 2 different traffic jams on like both the main freeways. It was like, well, you can take one or the other. Which one do you think will clear up faster? Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Come to find out that one of them was a protest.
I bet on the protesters.
Yeah, and the other one was
up by police.
The other one was 2 Lamborghinis racing and caused a major accident. Are we surprised?
Yeah.
No, not really. Yeah. But actually, it turned out the protest was cleared up a lot faster than the Lamborghinis. Oh, can I get some of these belly? Oh, she loves these belly pits. She's a huge fan.
Poison protection.
What?
Do I have poison protection?
Oh, protection.
All the food is poison. Is that? I only got a level 2. Do I have a level 3? If I were to use the oil.
These are cute bean toes right here.
Oh, I could get level 3 poison protection.
Oh.
Oh, fucking sexy. Oh, wait, do I already? Wait, there's, what is that? Strong stench.
Oh, very good. What is this, Monsters Inc.?
Oh, so. Why are these, like, behind? I don't like that. Can I move them? I'm going to try it. Drag. Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
now you can actually see them.
Yeah.
Before I was like, wow, this is a...
I could organize them, too, this way.
Yeah. Interesting method.
I don't know how I want to organize them, but I'm gonna.
You feel like the crazy lady with Post-it notes everywhere? to try and remind you of things, and you're like, I can't see any of my post-it notes. Oh no, you know what that reminds me of? The Malcolm in the Middle episode with Hal. Mm-hmm. He's got the to-do board, and the to-do board is just covered in layers and layers of post-its. Yeah.
I know they lock him underground, and that's
oh, that was neat though. I would have been into that.
Oh my god, the layer or the like basement that's just full of like
it was a bomb shelter.
A bomb shelter, that's right.
It was like a bomb shelter he discovered in his backyard. Yeah. And when he went down there, it was like a framed picture of Kennedy.
That's right.
Right? And a bar and like a bunch of canned things and just a really luxurious, nice, little setup.
Luxurious, nice kitty.
Yeah, she's very luxurious. I would so be into that, though.
Takes a pet like nothing.
Oh, what a cutie. I love her. Take it to me. She's cute. What? Don't be mad.
I'm not mad. Don't worry.
She likes belly pets like a lot. And she has a very special story. And she was a tiny baby kitten. And we went to go and choose a kitty to add to our family. She was the only one that would not leave him alone and insisted on being brought home. And she was also the only one of the litter that looked like her. Like, they had said that they found her by herself and they just put her with a different litter that they had in the shelter at the time. She was kind of ostracized as a kitty, so she was kind of on her own. So we took her home, and the entire way she yelled at him on his shoulder like a little kitty parrot. And she loves belly pets because they apparently mixed up her file at the shelter and spayed her too soon. She was only like 3 or 4 weeks old when they spayed her, which was way too young. But her file got mixed up with a different kitty. And then, because they took the stitches out too soon and all that, we had to care for her little tiny tummy and put antiseptic and rewrap the bandages a couple times a day. And she got used to belly pets being a form of love and attention. And now, she loves her belly pet. Right?
Right.
Very special baby who loves belly pets. The black one doesn't really care for belly pets, but she loves them.
All right. Gotta go down just a little bit.
What you making now?
I am making a poison protection level 3 because I only have a level 2. But in oil, it's a lot easier to make.
See.
Almost there.
We're doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. How are you doing?
Ooh, we got a chat.
May Henry.
I'm not seeing any chats. What's up with that? Hang on, I'm going to restart my app.
It's on Twitch.
I want to participate in this conversation.
How are you doing? I'm also good. Thanks for asking. Sure. What are you up to at the moment? We're just petting cats and playing games.
Right. Yes. Okay. All right, done. Recipe.
Do you think the poisonous mushrooms can only affect you if you touch them or eat them?
Wrong.
Nope. Oh, by the way, your cat is so cute. I really love it. Oh, thank you. She is.
She heard that.
She is
Did
wonderful.
you see her look up at the camera?
Oh yeah, she's like,
yeah, well,
I know.
You talking about me saying something's cute?
Well, thank you for the compliment. She appreciates it too.
Yep. She turns what, 13 this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's an older kitty, but you'd never know because she just like tears ass around the house when she's not taking her power naps. You're welcome. Thank you. I don't know what that emoji is, but
it looks like
what is it looking?
It's a little happy mask, I think. Oh wait, that next. Oh hey, Harpoon, how's it going?
Yeah, good to see you.
I know you.
What is it? I can't tell.
I can't tell what that emoji is. It looks like a.
It looks like a grenade or something.
It looks like a turkey leg. I don't know.
Oh.
It's very small on my phone, so I can't really tell.
Hang on. It looks like someone holding a bag of chips or something. Oh, thanks. I'm so glad that you think we're nice.
Thank you.
How are we? We're doing good. We're just hanging out today. I don't have any gigs coming up until like Wednesday, so we're both here hanging out.
We're trying the weekday stream because I kind of had this thought that hey, if people work in offices and stuff like that, maybe they'd like to tune in while they're like I used to work in an office and we would have like 2 or 3 screens on our desk because it was an engineering office.
And, it's a raised whiskey. Ah, nice. We love whiskey. I'm sorry.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's great.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, working in an office, I'm sure you saw a lot of.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So in my office, it was actually really popular for people to have be working on their first or second screen, and on their third screen they'd have a Twitch open. And so I was like, hey, let's do that.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you like my hair. It was
she
very
just
stated.
Had it done.
Yeah, it's like every 3 months I go and get the roots taken care of because those pesky things keep growing in brown. I don't know what the deal is with that.
Yeah. Whose hair is brown?
I know. The color of poop. No, just kidding.
Hey, be nice.
I know your hair color is brown. I'm just joking.
I don't have any hair. I'm totally bald. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not bald.
No, he's just wearing hats today because it's chilly. But yeah, no, thank you. I try and keep it blue. But I hate having brown hair, so I try and keep it blue whenever I can. Yeah. How's the game going again? Yeah, it's a pretty cool game. We just recently restarted it because it has a pretty big update that happened recently, right? This one.
Yeah, so I actually played this game when it first came out. I don't know how many. I think it's from 2021. I want to say, but
yeah,
when it first came out, it was pretty bare bones. It was kind of like just a potion making roguelike game, and it just goes on and on and on, and didn't seem to have much going for it. And so I was like, this is cool, but I'm getting bored. And I recently saw they just came out with like a Enchanted Garden like 2.0 update. And you've got all these plants now that you can plant, and like it also you can go underground and you can do mushrooms, and apparently you're going to be able to do crystals and stuff. So trying that out.
Oh, neat. Well, yeah, I heard something about how like people put in their input about what they were hoping for the game to have, and they just delivered ultimately. Like, every update was just everything people asked for and more, which is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, she has green hair.
Oh, cool.
She, sorry. I'm not sure.
I feel like green hair is really hard to maintain because of all the yellows in it. Like, at least with blue, I can do, like, the purple shampoos and stuff to keep, like, the yellow out of it so it never turns a different color but blue. But green is, like, you have to really keep using like overtone and stuff, like the conditioners that have all the color in it, just to like keep it from fading, or like wash your hair in cold water so that like the pores don't open up too wide and you don't lose too much color with every wash. Because that's kind of the thing with all those fashion colors, is they wash out really fast because they're too big to permeate the pores. There was like this whole science behind it that someone explained to me, and it just sounded like gibberish, but I kind of got the gist.
Oh, so other games we stream, we're actually We're planning a few streams. I know we want to do the new Monster Hunter World or
Yeah,
Wilds
that
when
comes
it
out
comes
the end of
out.
the month though.
Yeah. We're thinking about doing another run through Mines of Moria or Return to Moria.
Return to Moria, yeah. That was a really good co-op, and I've heard that they have some new updates too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I do a lot of Dark Souls stuff, but I don't stream it as much because that's my me time. I just like being beat up, apparently.
Yeah, I don't want to say masochist, but no,
a little bit of a masochist.
I feel like anybody that's into Dark Souls stuff is like, they like the pain. I can't handle it. It's just too much death. Like,
I like the challenge.
I just get too frustrated. And everyone's like, that's part of the game. You're supposed to die a lot. I'm like, I don't enjoy that though. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying that you do necessarily. Okay, you do. Okay, he does. He likes it. Soulsborne games are the best. Yeah. Well, he seems to think so. I think there's a difference in opinion there.
Yeah. What's funny is Bloodborne, which is the Born part of the Soulsborne, right? That didn't click with me too much.
Bloodborne, was that the PS5 exclusive? Wait, no.
PlayStation exclusive. Not 5. I think it originally came out on 4.
Oh, got you.
Or maybe 3.
But it was a Sony exclusive.
It was a Sony exclusive, and it still is. And to everyone's detriment, it still is. Because everyone wants it to not be.
What is your profession? What do you do for a living? Well, I guess the question, like, which one of us are you talking about? But I guess generally, like, we both work in, like, entertainment industry, sort of, because we're both out here in California.
You can be more specific about you.
Yeah. For me, I work mostly in, like, commercials and music videos.
She's a painter.
Yeah, I'm a scenic artist. That's the technical term is scenic artist. Oftentimes, I'm asked to do weird murals or like faux finishes, like fake wood, or paint something that's not wood to look like wood, or even wood to look like a different type of wood, or paint I don't know, something to look like metal. Or a lot of it has to do with paint oriented stuff, but sometimes there's other things involved besides paint. Different types of materials. I do a lot of vinyl installation, wallpaper, stuff like that. And then like portraits and pet portraits and for weird people like Taylor Swift or whatever, But yeah, like just a lot of short run commercials, music videos, type of work like that. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's fun stuff. I definitely like it. Every day is a new day, a different location, a weird project, people asking me to do stuff that's super bizarre, and I have stopped asking why. Are
you allowed to mention what commercials you've worked on?
Yeah, once they come out.
Like, what stuff do you have out right now that
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you like our room. You should see the other side of the room. It's like covered in all types of collectibles and stuff. We just, don't have any of that behind us because we're afraid of earthquakes falling on us. Yeah, we're from, it's pretty obvious because of our, like my tags and stuff like that for my work channels, but we're in Los Angeles. It's a pretty broad place. California. But that's why the film industry is kind of prevalent in this side. But yeah, and that's another reason why we're worried about earthquake stuff and having our collectibles above us, because earthquakes happen a lot here. Where are you from? Yeah, thanks. We like it. It's pretty toasty a lot of the year.
That's probably a good thing,
I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, the only time I hate it is like 1 month a year. It's like August sucks because it's like 110 degrees. Oh, Texas. Okay, so you're kind of in a similar place as us. Yeah. So it's like pretty, I mean, I think they actually get some snow, more snow than we do in Texas. I guess it depends on the area. But like, cause we still get snow in California, but not in like LA. Or not in a long time.
Right.
Yeah. Very rarely. But yeah, and I know that a lot of entertainment industry stuff has gone to Texas too, but you know, not quite to the same degree. I feel like LA is sort of the capital of entertainment junk. Yeah. So what do you do? What's your profession, if you don't mind us asking? Always curious what other people are up to, because I have such a weird niche job. That curious what the other part of the world is into. I feel like I've been in entertainment for so long, like most of my life. I don't even know what other jobs are like anymore. Also kind of curious about what area of Texas, because I feel like there's a lot of different entertainment in different parts of Texas.
Well, Texas is a lot like California, where it's very different between the cities and like the rural areas.
Oh, is that right?
You know, like I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty like there's a huge difference between like you know, Austin or Houston and I don't know, Waco, I want to say, is a little less.
But... Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I've heard the same thing. I've heard that like there's vastly different areas, just like in California is so. I want to say Texas is just as massive as California, but kind of like in a wider aspect in California.
I think Texas is bigger.
Yeah.
A bit, though.
Really?
And then Alaska's the biggest.
Oh, sure. But Alaska, like, only gets sun, like, half the year or something, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a hard place to live. As human beings, we sort of need sun, vitamin D and all that to be normal. But yeah. Whoops. Oh, Austin. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of people seem to be. It's a pretty big spot. So you definitely have like a lot of entertainment stuff over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Austin's
we are.
really happening now, huh?
I guess so. We are husband and wife, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been married since 2012. How many years is that?
Well, we're at like 12 and a half now, married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Math is hard.
Because
I'm an artist.
We got her when we got married.
Oh, this girl
so
cat.
Is she 12 then?
She's turning 13 this year.
She's turning 13 this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy. Thank you. Yeah, we just like doing stuff together. Honestly, we do all this type of gaming stuff together all the time, and you know, more often than not, I'm just watching him do stuff. And there was a second where we're like, you know, people actually like tuning into this type of stuff, even though we do it normally without a camera. We might as well share the wealth and invite other people to participate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's kind of neat. There's like a whole community out there that just wants to chat with you. It's pretty cool. Let's
try and haggle this guy.
I believe in you. What's with all the jewels?
Well, he's a aristocrat or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, that didn't feel worth it. Whatever.
By the way, I'm a chill animator. I have been creating some pretty lit animations lately.
Oh, cool! Really?
Okay, so
do you have a YouTube channel?
Oh, that's probably a good question. I was just gonna ask what are your favorite programs for that? Because I've been interested in getting into animation just for myself, as an artist and stuff like that. And we bought the Procreate animation thing a while ago because we're super big on paying for something once and not a subscription.
Well, we really like the normal Procreate program, and so like, and they're not charging a subscription, so they're a great company. So when they came out with the animation app, like, we bought it just to support them.
Yeah, but also, you know, I definitely want to try it out at some point. I just wanted to know if anyone else had tried it out, and if you're like a professional animator, like, what do you think of it? Is it any good? Is it kind of industry standard?
Well, I don't think that's it. Well, it's brand new, so it's not industry standard.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'd be curious what other people have to say about it, especially people already in the field. Because I know a few other people that are in animation, or that even used to be, like that one guy who now voices Bugs Bunny. He was telling me about how he used to be in animation, and that it was like a totally different field like 10 years ago. But of course, he was out here in LA, so I don't know how different it is for Austin too. Oh, internet issue. I'm not sure which to say again, but what are your favorite programs for animation, like computer stuff? And then also, do you have a YouTube channel for your animations? Because we're curious of your work.
See, I was actually checking out her profile.
Oh yeah,
because I was curious.
Does she have a link on there?
And open this up. I don't want to blast you, so feel free to share as much as you want to, but I'm gonna type this in and take a look.
Yeah, just check out your work. We're always curious about other artists and stuff like that, and like I said, animation is definitely an art in itself, and I know quite a few of them out here in LA. I have a YouTube yet, but I do have our company website. So do you want to check? Sure. I think he's checking
I might already have it open
from your page. So that's kind of neat.
Oh, I see. Okay, so we bring gaming dreams to life with creative designs, branding, animations, and more. That's cool.
Well, I feel like Twitch is the right place for you to be hanging.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. It's super in support of all the artistic crafts and stuff like that. I feel like more people need to be doing it. Like, let's try and, keep AI out of it. Or, if we're going to have it involved, like, let it be something that's like a supplementary tool, not something replacing people. Right?
Yeah. I'm actually, I'm really impressed by,
Oh, thanks. Hey, she linked it. I don't know if you have...
that's the one I went to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, you want to... I have it open on my phone still, so if you want to take a look.
I'll take a look too. What were you going to say?
I was going to say I'm so impressed by how people are able to see through, so many people are able to see through AI stuff. I'll look at a picture and it takes me a second to be like, there's something wrong with this.
Yeah.
But it just feels like so many people, you'll see a picture and then you'll go in the comments and they'll say look at the fingers. There's too many. And it's whoa, it's like one of those puzzle charts or puzzle tests, where it's what's wrong with this picture?
In this picture?
Yeah. It's
cool.
The old ones with the mermaid where it's she's only wearing one earring.
I know, right? These are so cute. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Definitely keep doing what you're doing. Okay, so what are your favorite programs for animation? What's your go-to for animation? Because we were talking about Procreate animation and we bought the app recently because we are big fans of not subscription services, and we also like Procreate as an app before for art, but we haven't tried it yet. So let's see. Oh, you can make something for your channel as well. I mean, I don't know that we need anything made, but
we'll definitely keep you in mind.
Yeah, it was love Blender. Nice. You know what? Blender is one of those things that I have heard a lot about. Do you know anything about Blender personally?
I tried Blender. I'm not smart enough for Blender. So.
It's an acquired skill for sure. There's in my IATSE union, they have all these classes for Blender for people who are storyboard artists and production designers and stuff like that, and they use Blender for rendering, and holy crap, it's a whole new animal I have to learn how to do.
Yeah, I tried Blender when I was doing more of the 3D modeling.
Yeah.
I think it was Blender that I was trying it on, and I'm not smart enough to get that program.
It's not quite like SketchUp, you know what I mean?
SketchUp is SketchUp is for people like me who are
I feel like SketchUp is just way too, it's like way more intuitive for people, like it's for the layman. Okay, what do you think of, how about if I can make an animated overlay for your channel? Does this sound good to you? I mean, if you want to, I don't have any issue with you doing some collaborations with us or whatever. I don't know that we really have any funds to be able to pay you.
Yeah, we're definitely not making any money off of this. So what I'd say is, you know, like if we actually start like doing well with this and, you know, getting, you know, a lot more followers and like, you know, then come to us, because I'd like, you're an artist. You shouldn't be doing stuff for free for people. I'd love to, you know, actually give you money for it.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'd like the money to be coming from this channel and not, you know,
out of like personal funds.
Yeah.
Because as of right now, it's definitely more of, you know, a hobby. It'd be cool if we could monetize at some point, but, you know, generally it's just about getting out there and, you know, cultivating a community with like-minded individuals and having fun while we're doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, like, don't let me stop you from doing whatever you want to do. And
yeah, if you just want to have fun and like mock some stuff up, like, you know, because it's fun for you, then cool. But definitely like keep us in mind in the future. If we ever start making stuff at this, we'll totally pay you for your work.
Yes.
Because artists deserve to make money.
Right.
It's not just like a hobby for most artists, or it shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah. The amount of people that are like, hey, we'll pay you in exposure bucks. Can't buy tacos with exposure.
Can't buy tacos with exposure.
Let's see, our company don't need any kind of collaboration because we have many clients on Twitch, Kick, and many other social media. Yeah, sounds understandable. That's kind of cool, though. I mean, it sort of makes sense, like, you know, what I was reading about your company and how they're, like, into gaming and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Definitely think that is a neat profession and very niche. I don't know how you'd even get into something like that, honestly. It's crazy because, you know, we always grow up with, or at least we did, we grew up with our parents kind of being like, oh, you know, artists don't make money. That's a hobby. Yeah. Art's not a profession. That's a starving artist is the term. Like, they're like, oh, you don't do that for your profession. Nobody can survive off of that. And then, you know, years later, it's like a huge thing. Like, most of the world is in need of art or something for it, right? All of the media stuff is all around cultivated art.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of people just don't acknowledge the fact that, you know, advertising, part of advertising is the art behind the advertising.
Because otherwise,
and
it's
you
just
don't make
cold.
money unless you advertise yourself.
Yeah, and advertising is very difficult. But that being said, you know, it can be so corporate and cold if you don't have like an actual artist or many different artists that collaborate behind the scenes, like doing mostly commercial shoots and stuff like that. Like, all of us in our department, it's a huge department of different people that make it up, and we all work together to create this like common vision that also morphs into different visions throughout the process. But, you know, it's crazy how many talented artists and different types of people are involved in the process of something, of just advertising one thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really does take a team of artists to make it happen. Oh, thanks. We're so glad to talk to you, too. It's really nice to actually have more, you know, communication with other people on Twitch. We don't get a ton of chatters, so it's nice to talk to other people. So glad to have you, and glad you're hanging around. But yeah, more artists in the world. It takes a village.
With AI, kill the robots.
No, I mean, I think AI does have a place in the world. You know, there's a lot of interesting stuff that can happen from it, but I also feel like if AI and its algorithm really does pull from other people's actual art, then they should get credit for it. You know?
Yeah.
But within reason, because you also talk about like all these other artists that pull inspiration from other people as well, right?
Yeah.
That inspiration is pretty similar in vein, right? There's AI pulls from stuff. I mean, while it's not in the same sentient manner, you're still talking about pulling inspiration from different artists. So the percentage of which and in what way, I think, does matter. But, credit where credit is due, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a funky situation. There's a lot that you can say about AI as an artist too. Everyone's so terrified of change and technology and where it could bring us. And I think really the biggest concern is they're afraid of jobs being replaced by it, but I feel like it's not that it would replace jobs like one-to-one. I think it would be, instead of there being, a certain amount of like artists that are constantly changing a specific rendering or something, now you have like probably an artist, because that's what it takes to prompt a lot of the AI out there, a different artist that is now prompting the AI instead, and then taking that and re-editing it in their own way. So I just feel like the industry generally is morphing in different ways, and people are just resistant to a lot of technology because they're scared. Yeah, you totally see it in films. Right, scenes being shot for shot the same as older film. Yeah. No, there's a lot of stuff like that. Gotta give credit to the original. Yeah. For sure. Thank you. Have a nice day for you as well. Thanks for tuning in. Definitely all the whiskey all the time. Yes. I did not know that's what that emoji was, but now that I know, I'm about it. It's great. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely like a lot of influence for films and stuff like that. There's a lot of directors and cinematographers who pull inspiration from other films, and it's not even like, they don't even like give credit necessarily. It's more of just like a homage, and it's so blatant that everybody knows it's a homage, right? To other films.
Well, there's an homage. I don't
know how to spell it.
there's
representation. There's
I think like it's such a difficult thing to say, because like I think it only counts as an homage if you're actually paying respect to the source material. Like if
But I mean, how would you do that? I guess in interviews maybe, but it's not like you could stop in the middle of the film, or maybe like at the end in the credits. And I guess you could in the credits.
No. I mean like if you make a terrible movie that's like arguably bad, and I mean like, when I say it's bad, I mean like, not a lot of effort or care was put into the movie.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a blatant ripoff, not so much a homage, but a ripoff. And that's like not something that's respectable.
Yes. So like, touchy subject, but I'm going to go into it, is the new Star Wars movies. People either defend them like crazy, or they like also hate them. What am I doing?
Huh? The line between homage and stealing something because it's good can be a thin line. Yeah, it's a super thin line. Well,
yeah. And that's the thing too, is like a director can kind of, he can admit that he's paying homage to something, mm-hmm. or he can, kind of pretend like, I don't know, that was just my original idea.
Right, taking credit for it or something.
Yeah, but like,
they can attempt to consider it parallel thought, but sometimes it's like too unique for it to really be parallel thought.
Well, yeah, especially if one's like so old, like, like, go like the Star Wars thing, like Force Awakens, 30 years after the original Star Wars.
I think so.
The movies generally have the same structure in terms of like, person living in a desert, like gets off the desert, goes on an adventure, like discovers that they're more than what they thought they were, or, proves.
Well, there was a lot of parallels to like, the sequel trilogy, and, A New Hope was very similar.
Right, but what I'm saying is like, the new one, like, a lot of people consider it more as just like a copy, mm-hmm. because it didn't like do its own thing better. It just did that again. It didn't like, it wasn't paying homage to it. It was literally just copying the source material.
Okay, but I feel like originally, like, I think that's up for debate with something like this. Like, I think after the second movie, especially after Rian Johnson got his hands on it,
that's a whole other discussion.
It veered off for real. But like when the first sequel trilogy film came out, was that Force Awakens?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
When The Force Awakens first came out, a lot of people were drawing the parallels between that and A New Hope, and how like the general structure was very similar, and it felt very intentional in a way that wasn't necessarily disrespectful, but it was like, okay, cool, they're kind of, going with this format. I thought it was more of a homage at first. Maybe it was lazy in retrospect.
I think I found it lazy because I think they were just giving people a lot of what they thought was already successful. But to be honest with you,
like it was a formula.
Yeah, they were just redoing the formula. But like, I wasn't sure about that until I got to the point. It was what, wasn't it Grant Imahara from Mythbusters? He was in that movie.
Sad.
Great guy. I loved him in Mythbusters too, so nothing against him.
Well, just sad because I think he died, didn't he?
He did pass away, yeah.
Yeah.
But he had this line in The Force Unleashed where he was basically like, "This is the Death Star, and this is the Death Star 2, and this is Starkiller Base," and it was just like, what does it matter how much bigger it is?
Yeah.
Like, who cares about like in the Star Wars universe,
so does size matter?
Well, yeah. They're like, it's just such a layman idea of like, this, it's bigger, so it's worse.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the point where I was like, oh, okay, this isn't a great movie. Like, like even before I got to the end, I saw that scene and I was like, okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I mean, there was definitely a lot to pick apart. But I do feel like in retrospect, maybe it was lazy. Maybe it was less of like a fan homage, right? And more of just like we've seen this work, so this must be the winning formula, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they knew what did well, which was the original, and so they just remade the original. I don't think that's paying homage. I think that's just doing it again, like.
That's true. I feel like, you're right. If there's too many things that are the exact same, then it is copying it. It's not something different, and it's not like a nod. It's the same.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that is definitely a subjective thing, but there's a lot to be said about it and a lot to be unpacked. And I think there's definitely a lot of movies that have that as kind of an issue, especially with a lot of the sequel stuff coming out lately, because it feels very, unfortunately, corporate in the sense that a lot of the movie companies seem to insist on return on investment, and the guaranteed surefire way to get a return on investment is to do a sequel or something that already has an existing fan base, right?
Hollywood definitely hates not following a set formula. It really does now.
And it is risky for them to spend money on it. Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing, is like they're too scared to not get the return on investment. Like, too often it's either a complete flop or it's just a sequel of something with a pre-existing fan base, because they know for sure people that are already fans of that franchise or the IP or whatever are going to go and see it. And yeah, it doesn't matter if it's unique or good. They know that people are going to see it no matter what. And yeah, it's sad.
That's why so many IPs are being remade, because it's like they already have that fan base locked in.
I know. I'm honestly sick of it. I mean, although there was for a while, Netflix was redoing all these animes in live action, which is, hypothetically speaking, a cool idea, and then Disney took it up and started doing weird stuff with it.
Well, I think when Disney, wasn't the first one Cinderella, and it was actually not bad.
Yeah, actually, you're right. It was pretty cute.
And then they took that idea and
they had done a different live action Cinderella years before anything happened, and it was like a black Cinderella too. Yeah, you don't remember this?
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta look this
Pull it up.
Now.
Yeah, and it was great. It was an awesome movie. It was like in like 2001 or something. It was a long time ago. But it was like way before they like redid Cinderella live action to be much more like cartoon accurate, so to speak. Yeah, check it out. I swear to you, it exists.
I'm looking for
it. Like, see if you can find it and call out what year it is.
So I see the 2015 one.
It was not 2015. It was way earlier than 2015. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Hang on. Okay, here it is. It is 1997, actually. 1997 Cinderella.
Oh, with Brandy.
Yeah, with Brandy.
Oh, dang.
Do you remember that? And then Prince Charming was this like Asian guy. What's his name? Paolo Montalban. And then Whitney Houston was the fairy godmother. Like, yeah. It was really...
Oh, so it was just a black Cinderella all around, like
yeah.
all the okay.
Yes. Well, not really, because Prince Charming wasn't black.
Oh.
Yeah. He was like kind of like an Asian guy. But yeah, I mean, all I'm saying is, there wasn't even like a DEI thing going on at the time. Like they weren't like, after it like they are now to try and be diverse in a corporate way. It was just like hey, this is Cinderella live action, and it like the actors were just diverse on their own. And it was a great movie. It was honestly so good. Yeah, 97 for the win.
At the time, though, Brandy was so popular that she was like undeniable. So
that's kind of true too. They really went with like somebody who would be popular in the pop culture movements.
But I don't think there's anybody that's like that anymore. Where it's like, well, I don't know if this is the right casting for this person, but she's so great that I don't care. I don't think that person exists right now.
Yeah, not really. There's too many people that are sort of like seemingly manufactured in the way that they're presented and the...
Well, that's like Hollywood wants certain people to be popular, so they are popular. It's not because they're like, it's not that they're like not great actors.
It's just that there's a lot of great actors out there.
There are so many great actors
and
that
they're
Hollywood
not really
gets to choose.
Yeah, they're not really giving chances to a lot of people because they're being very selective about the people that are involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I just feel like it goes back to kind of this whole corporate structure and the return on investment. And there are certain people that they're certain are not going to be what you would deem a risk, essentially. So it's sort of an interesting situation. And honestly, I see it all the time because working in commercials and music videos predominantly, literally every commercial, or like, not every commercial, it's like every 3 or 4 commercials is like they've got like a star talent in the commercial. I cannot tell you how many random people I've met over the years that are in these commercials that are like huge names, and it's just because they want to sell stuff. They know that it's gonna work. Like you would not even believe. But yeah, and especially with the Super Bowl commercials. Super Bowl commercials used to have a sense of integrity to them. They used to be like not necessarily star-studded. It was like a situation where they were just really well written and well rounded. There was a storyline to them. They were like funny and interesting to watch, and people would watch the Super Bowl just for the commercials. And now it's like the only interesting part about them is that they have like all-star talent in every commercial. They're like, oh yeah, the recognition of it, that being able to, oh, I know that guy, is like enough for them. It like doesn't have to be well written or like well incorporated. It's unfortunate. Like I must have done 6 Super Bowl commercials over the last couple months.
Yeah, like the Shane Gillis ones.
Yeah, like, I just did a Shane Gillis Post
like
Malone
not that
one.
they're not funny, but you can tell that they just kind of put them in a room and were like, be funny.
Yeah.
And that's what they ended up coming out with the commercial. Like there was a structure to the commercial, but there were no like lines written.
Yeah, although there were lines written for the one that's coming out in the Super Bowl right now.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah. Although that was like 3 stars, not just Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
So you'll see it when the Super Bowl happens. It's not going to be a secret for long.
Fair enough.
I'm just not really allowed to talk about it until it airs.
Well, you already just admitted who was in it, so.
Yeah, whatever. He's in everything.
Fired.
He's in everything. I work with him all the time.
You are fired.
It's fine. But it's, it's just Bud Light. Bud Light has all the stars in their commercials. There's even like a sports star in that one. I can't even remember his name because
Bud Light is also, he's like their brand ambassador, isn't he?
Who, Shane Gillis?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was neat. There's a lot of cool stuff in it. It was a fun one. And like all the people involved were super jazzed to be involved. Kind of cool. But I mean, yeah, there's a lot of Super Bowl commercials out that one was kind of fun. I will say there was like an actual point to it. There was like a storyline kind of, like they had like an actual premise to the whole thing. It wasn't just like a, depending on star power to sell their product. It was actually written well, But I cannot say the same about like the other commercials I've worked on that are so forgettable. And the only thing that was memorable about them was that there was a star on it, Yeah. And like we have to work around their schedule, and it's like this complex thing. Yeah. Andy A. Bridge. It's fine.
Post it, clip it, and post it.
No. Oh, well, I'll talk to him. It's going to be fine.
It's going to be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. He's a really nice guy. He won't mind. No big deal. Yeah. No, it's cool. It's kind of funny that way, though. I mean, I hope that a lot of Super Bowl commercials, like there's other Super Bowl commercials that come out that are cool. I kind of miss them being really good,
I thought there were some good ones last year. Weren't there?
There were a couple. Like, okay, so I worked on, I think, 6 Super Bowl commercials for last year's Super Bowl. The one that was the most memorable was one that they couldn't even air because it was too controversial. Like, not controversial, like, it wasn't G-rated enough, I guess. Because, okay, so what it was for NYX, NYX, the makeup brand. And I remember that specifically because I got to keep a lot of free makeup, which is pretty cool because I only wear eyeliner, so it was just like a ton of eyeliner. But yeah, anyways, it was with Cardi B, I think her name is. And it was for Duck Plump, which is their new like lip gloss. It was like a lip gloss that plumps your lips. It like hurts when you put it on. It like literally burns when you put it on because it like plumps your lips. I don't know. I don't really wear lip stuff. But like I tried it. They're like, check it out. Try the product, before you put it on like a massive, because I had to put like a 20 gallons of it onto a giant makeup applicator for the, just another day in the life of weird things I have to do in my job. But yeah, so they're like, try it out, and it burned, and they're like, it's supposed to burn. It's a good burn. Yeah, I know. And they're like, yeah, it's supposed to burn because it plumps up your lips. It like inflames them so that they look puffier. I'm like, I don't know what the heck you put on your lips to make it like that, but I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, 20 gallons. Yes, correct. It was a makeup applicator that was like as big as my body. Let's just put it that way. Like, go back and watch the commercial. You'll see a bunch of chicks in scantily clad things with like big duck heads, and they're dancing in a duck way.
Duck way.
Yes, I think it was a duck way.
I believe it was a duck way.
Not chili. It was like like a goop, like a slime. It was yeah. It was like lip gloss. It was lip gloss, like in 20 gallons.
Wait a minute. Sorry, I'm going back to the duck way.
Oh yeah, there's
what it is. Do you think twerking is dancing in a duck way?
No, I think they just like use their arms like the duck dance, kind of like the.
Yeah, but then what do ducks do with their butts?
Probably twerking.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably that. Okay, so yeah, it's in a duck way. It's twerking or something. Anyways, no, it was funny because the whole premise of it was like, it was Cardi B promoting this duck plump stuff, right? And it was going around to different people and interviewing them kind of on the street, you know, in that style or whatever, and being like, you know, the guys are using the duck plump in other areas to plump other things, and it's causing them pain. and then it got back to Cardi B or something, and she was like, they're using it where? And it was really funny, but very not G-rated.
Yeah.
And so they couldn't put it on the Super Bowl. They just put a friggin' giant QR code on the screen.
Ever since like, Janet Jackson, they've been
a little bit conservative.
A little conservative about stuff like that.
Yeah. But that was a Super Well, oh yeah, it was the same thing. But that was a half bowl or halftime show.
Halftime show.
Yeah, they've been a little
still.
Yeah, ever since then, MTV was just like on a decline, I guess, because they didn't want to let MTV do the halftime show ever again after that unpredictable stunt. Like, it wasn't even that big a deal, especially in retrospect. But yeah, so that one was a pretty funny one. It didn't even get to air technically. They just put a freaking QR code on the screen and they're like, just go check it out. It'll be great. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it was funny. What's that, little lady? She's not getting enough pets. Yeah, there's some pretty funny commercials.
Switch to the front cam.
Oh, here's the kitty pets. For anybody that needed to see them, here they are. Whee! Yeah, but there's some fun ones out there. I like have to think about what they all even were. It's all just such a blur. Every day's a new adventure. Yes. You know, it's good though. I really wouldn't have it any other way. Although, you know what? I feel like maybe the only change I would have is it would be nice to know where I'm going tomorrow, kind of thing. But I get my job very gig economy where I get like random calls from different clients for different commercials or music videos or whatever at random increments, because all of a sudden they're like, you know what we need? A scenic. And yeah, and they call me the night before or maybe the week before, but then they don't really tell me what location or when, like what time to be there until like 8 p.m. the night before. I'm like, great. It's difficult. As a non-American, it's rare I see any of the Super Bowl adverts. I mean, I feel like you could pop them open on YouTube, but I don't know that there's that many that are spectacular enough to spend the time doing so. Like, but they are definitely a pastime over here. Like, for the last, like, what is it, 25 years or so? That's kind of been the whole shtick, is like, even people that don't really care about sports, they still will watch the Super Bowl, but it was just for the ads. Because they try harder, typically, or they used to, for the ads during the Super Bowl. So there was just like a lot more entertainment value. But yeah, it's kind of a thing. And then there's people that actually like sports.
I don't like sports. How dare you?
How dare you? You like sports a little.
I like sports that like aren't popular. So, I mean, they are popular, just not where I am.
What, like rugby?
Yeah, I like rugby. I like sevens rugby. when I was younger, someone took me to a international sevens tournament in San Diego, and like the all the like Scotland and England and New Zealand were there, and of course New Zealand won. But I think,
of course,
yeah, I think
that's typical.
Yeah, I think England won the. Well, they have the All Blacks, which I think are still like a killer team in rugby. But I think England won the. What's that?
It sounds like you have an agreement about rugby being.
Oh, nice. But yeah, it's like kind of hard to catch rugby, like, unless you are paying for the channels to see it. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that.
Distracted by rugby again.
Distracted by rugby talk. But and then what else? I don't know that I really like that many sports. Like, rugby really interested me because it was as fast as basketball used to be, with the hits of football and like the non-stopness of soccer. And like when you combine those three together, it's like, shit, you've got a sport there, that's interesting to watch.
Oh yeah. I don't feel like there was any rugby teams out here to join. Like, it was just not that type of sport that like was offered in a lot of like conventional settings out here. Like, because a lot of like the sports that came around for us in the US were first during school, you know? So like a lot of like the school sponsored sports were like football or even tennis, or for my school in Orange County area, it was water polo. What about your school, your high school?
I mean, I did track.
And like pole vaulting and shit.
I was a pole vaulter. We had football. We had football, we had baseball, we had basketball, we had all the major like American sports, but we didn't have any of the interesting stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I went too far again.
I think we got another follower, but it didn't show up. Oh, here we go.
I think it was that.
Oh yeah, the Maya Henry. Well, I'm sure she's not on here anymore, but thanks for following.
Yeah, thanks for following.
Sorry, look at that. It was at the very top, like scrolled up, and it didn't pop up because it was down here.
I see. That's weird. It's usually the new ones pop up at the top, so that's interesting.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Well, anyways. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I really cared for any of the sports necessarily that were offered. Like, well, I definitely didn't, because I was in honor choir, like chamber choir, and like the art stuff when I was in high school, and we were kind of pitted against all the sports teams and stuff, just because of funding. It was like this constant rhetoric that people were like, our teachers, our staff that were in charge of like the music programs were always on the cusp of being fired in favor of the sports teams getting their funding, because they get sponsorships, and so they bring money in for the school instead of it just being like government funded or
I was in a computer networking program that in high school that was supposed to go straight to giving me a like networking Cisco networking certification that actually would have let me like make over $100,000 a year out of high school. Mm-hmm. And they canceled that program while I was in the middle of it because football team needed more funding.
Yeah, see, there you go. So, I mean, I think ultimately it just boiled down to the same type of thing, like return on investment. Yeah. And the return on investment.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
The return on investment was like, if they invest the money that they would have spent in this one program into the football team, then the sponsorships that are outside the school come in and they bring in a lot of money for the school in that way. So it's a whole little cyclical thing. So yeah, I was never really a big fan of the sports teams because they were sort of an indirect/direct correlation to a lot of like the music and arts programs being cut. And I guess, even like the specialty courses for, computer networking and stuff like that. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes over here in corporate America. It does suck. It's not great. But, we learn to live with it, I guess.
We learn to live with it.
I mean, I think that's why there's so many private schools that have been cropping up over the last, decade. Because a lot of people want to invest in the arts specifically. They recognize the fact that arts programs and music programs specifically, and even, computer rendering, networking, whatever, all these different computer type programs are the future. They're not just the future, but they are something that actively develops children's brains. There's all this research about music being something that opens up humans' brains and allows them to learn more efficiently, and there's just so much to it. But yeah, so I think that's why a lot of private schools have been popping up, is because there's a pretty big chunk of the community that some that actually can't afford it, which is great. But they want more for their kids than just a sad excuse for whatever the public school system is here now. And especially since it all kind of depends on real estate, which is even more crappy, because real estate varies vastly in terms of the area. And
yeah, is that a California thing, or is that a whole US thing where
I don't know, but here in California, the real estate market dictates how good the schools are, because
it's taxes on property.
It's the property taxes that directly pay for the schooling for the public schools. So if you live in a shitty area, your school doesn't get any funding because your house, your property taxes aren't very high, so you're not paying a lot into the schools and the surrounding area. So there's just a lot of downfalls and stuff like that to the way that our system is operating. But, I digress. A lot of sad stuff, but there's some upsides. There's a lot of great arts and musics and all types of programs out here, and a lot of people come out. I feel like there's a huge community of artists here in Los Angeles area that came out here to do that, and so it's kind of a mishmash of a lot of talented people that are raring to contribute to that community. But I can't say that it's like that everywhere in California, let me tell you.
I tell you what.
Well, how does it work in the UK? What do you guys do over there? I mean, it's a little bit sad to hear about other people's situations, because their situations tend to be so much better organized than the US. But I'm curious, how does the UK usually fund their public school system, or is it something that you're familiar with? I don't know. But yeah, curious. I do remember talking to some people about the food quality in the UK versus here, and it was totally different because of the way that our entire system is sort of monetized, and the lobbyists sort of deal with the way the FDA operates. The food quality that we have here is way lower, because what dictates nutritional value is kind of based on how much people make from putting certain things in food. I don't know.
I don't know. I understand what you're saying.
So there's a lot of corporations that make a lot of money from putting, certain things in our foods, right?
Mm-hmm.
And utilizing.
Well, they don't make money from putting certain things in foods.
It's just cheaper to do it.
It's cheaper to do it.
Yeah, basically that. Our public schools get funded through the government, which at the end of the day comes from taxes, but it's not linked to a specific property tax or anything. See, I feel like that's probably the better way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you have an overall tax, which we do, we have state specific tax, and then we have federal, country specific tax, and it's a total shit show the way that it's operated. because I think it's the state and county specific taxes that are the ones that are responsible for schooling, right?
Yeah.
And then the federal taxes take care of a lot of different stuff, but it's a lot of funding that goes towards things that most of us don't necessarily agree with. So we have to pay even though we're not interested in a lot of the things they're paying for. So it's a weird thing. Taxes are weird. I don't like them very much. At least the way they do them here. I feel like the way that they're laid out are not very. Yeah, they're pretty nonsensical over here. But what can I say? Yeah, I've heard that you guys just have like an app over there that just tells you what you owe for your taxes, and you just press OK. And over here, every single American has to guess what it is, even though the government already knows. Like we have a rough idea because we get sent, documents from each employer or whatever, like detailing like this is what they took and this is what you're supposed to owe and stuff like that. And you're like, okay, I think this is what it is. And sometimes the government will come back and be like, you're wrong. There was this other thing that you forgot about and nobody told you about.
It's called being audited.
Yeah. And it's like, why are we having to guess? Don't you already know what we owe? And they're like, maybe. We know, but we're not going to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get fines for not knowing what it is.
Yeah.
It's really dumb. Not even that. If you're self-employed, you need to figure it out. But if you work for a company, you have a tax code based on your annual income, and the taxes just come out of your paycheck before you even get it. Okay, so
that's the thing, though. Our taxes do come out of our paychecks before we get it, unless you're self-employed or whatever.
But even then, they technically do.
You still have to fill out all the paperwork as though they don't already know.
Yeah, it's like this hypothetical that's ridiculous. And I'm like kind of both of those things because I work for a few different payroll companies that are technically my employer, but it's all under like this blanket thing of being in like the IATSE union for film workers. So we actually, even though we're independent contractors, we get our taxes taken out of every paycheck that's given to us from the payroll companies, but we also get, our benefits and stuff because we're in a union. So like the payroll companies pay towards pension and healthcare and stuff like that as well in those paychecks. But I still have to guess. Yeah, that would be nice if we didn't have to do that. I still don't totally get why we have to do it, personally. But it is what it is, I guess. It's just one of those realities that you're like, well, I'll just smile and nod, and hopefully one day someone will come up with a different solution.
Well, it's because of what? TurboTax or H&R Block or whatever. One of the companies is actually like lobbying our government to make it so that we have to keep doing our own taxes.
What? Why?
There was a whole I don't know whether it was a Daily Show or it was one of those like political shows where they actually did this whole thing about like, yeah, the IRS has this information. Like they could basically send you a printout and you could just sign it and send it back to them, and that would be taxes. But like H&R Block doesn't want that to happen.
Because they make money off
of us having to do our own taxes. Yeah.
That's so lame. And not even surprising because of the way our country runs. Everybody got to make money on something. It's not great.
Well, it's artificial jobs basically because like.
Is it even?
Well, it is.
I feel like it's just a fucking app at this point. Like H&R Block is just an app. They're not even.
They have people that work for them.
Do they?
Well, yeah, it's a company. Yeah, but then you're also considering tax people, right?
Oh,
all
the
tax
CPSs
people.
and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
It's basically just
tax
like
preparation.
allowing an artificial job, like an artificial job market. Like,
right.
It's like why the country's not really doing anything about like, the whole Uber thing and how like They're like contract employees and stuff.
I don't know a whole lot about that. I just know that there was like some stuff in the voting, and I vaguely understood what they were talking about because I'm not involved in that industry.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know if they did anything about it in California already, but like Uber, all the employees are like contract employees. They're not real employees technically.
So they're all 1099s?
Yeah, pretty much. So like they don't qualify, like if you work over 40 hours a week, you still don't qualify for health insurance and stuff like that. And so but gotta switch over the camera.
Oh, for the bellies.
But it's like, you know, they don't want to do anything about it because those are like jobs technically that make the unemployment number look good.
Oh.
So.
Okay. Well, not great. Yeah. I could see why they'd be 1099s, but I also could see why they shouldn't be if they're employed by somebody. Because it's like you could just do that shit on your own, you know? You could just independently be a taxi, you know? Why do you need to have the umbrella of a corporation?
Because you need permits to do that, don't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Permits, insurances.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's fair.
Your taxi would end up being really, really expensive because you need all these things to be able to operate.
Yeah, whatever happened to taxis?
They got replaced by Uber.
I mean, but isn't it kind of the same situation, or is it the reason they replaced them is because taxis are more of an actual employer, not a 1099, but it's W-4 instead?
Well, yeah, Uber was able to be cheaper, like a lot cheaper, because those aren't real, like Uber employees aren't real employees.
Oh. Well, that makes sense. In a sad way. Well, what are you gonna do?
Oh, wait. Oh, no.
What happened?
I accidentally didn't serve that guy because I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, sorry. Distracting
I need a protection potion for battles.
For battles.
Prepare for battle.
He looks like he battles. You want this? Take this. Here you go.
I need a sticky potion.
Sticky? For what?
Mm.
Like earthquake putty, or have you seen those kawaii slimes that are really popular right now? They're like goopy slime that you play with.
Oh, I think I've seen that. And it has like little things inside, little glittery things inside of it that make it cute.
Yeah, that make it cute.
Yeah. Kawaii. It begs That's what kawaii means.
Well, yeah, I know, but it begs the question: is like, can you make anything cute if you just put glitter on it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess that's fair. Yeah.
Haven't you ever been to a strip club?
And it makes things cute.
Yeah, they all have glitter all over them. It makes them more attractive, apparently.
Well, I don't know. I was like attractive, cute. I guess. Sounds a little.
Does glitter make things more attractive?
You tell me. When I would come home covered in glitter from working on RuPaul. My. You remember I worked on, I ran the paint on RuPaul.
I got excited before you finished that sentence. Oh, what did you say?
Cute isn't exactly how I would describe a strip club.
Fair enough.
I don't know. What is cute? Yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
She left.
Wait, who did?
She left.
Oh, cheated. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, you remember when I worked on RuPaul All-Stars and I was running the paint on that for a couple seasons. I'd come home just like covered in glitter because everything on that show needed glitter on it, apparently. Right. Yeah.
It was like that episode of Malcolm in the Middle where Lois wears makeup.
And you're like,
I have to have you.
Amazing. Oh, our neighbor, who apparently seems to have gone through a breakup recently, is now back to blasting fun music. What's the song? Can you hear it?
It's in Spanish.
It's a sad Spanish song.
I don't think that's the same neighbor, though, because they're in their car.
It sounds like a Spanish James Blunt song. Like, it's very breathy and sad.
I'm apparently too old to know what James Blunt is.
You're beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Come on. It's like the one song he did that everybody knows. Having neighbors is interesting.
Having neighbors is interesting.
Yes. They like to blast interesting music sometimes.
I need some lubricant.
Whoa.
It doesn't even offer an explanation.
I don't think you need an explanation for that. I need some lubricant. Excellent. There it is.
He's going to the strip club.
See? There it is. He probably needs it so the glitter will stick to him.
Oh, there you go.
Right? Because that makes him cute.
Cuter. Oh, he works at the strip club.
Yeah. See? I'm so grateful I moved into a detached place. No neighborhood noise. Yeah, that's the dream.
That's the dream.
But over here in Los Angeles, everything's too expensive and we officially cannot afford to move anywhere else. They have us in this very convenient trap now where they're like, oh, now that you have a mortgage, the interest rates are too high to go anywhere else.
Yeah, we luckily got into this place before the interest rates went way up. And so now, like, we got this place as like a starter home.
Yeah.
And
just kidding.
It's becoming our finishing home.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the whole neighbor thing is a thing. LA does seem very expensive. Yeah. Yes, I would say so. Verily.
Yeah. I actually, in college, I lived in Tokyo for a little while. And everyone was always like, "Oh, Tokyo's so expensive. It's so expensive." It's cheaper than LA to live in.
Not even surprised.
Like, not bad.
No, not even surprised. It's a thing. I think the only place that's more expensive than LA is either San Francisco or New York City.
Yeah. And
frankly, I don't understand why. Because those places are not that great. San Francisco is fine, I guess, but it's also one of those really unfortunate places where, like, I know people that go up there to work all the time for certain special commercials, and they straight up, like, will leave their windows rolled down in their car because when they go to San Francisco, not necessarily like San Jose.
Mm-hmm.
But San Francisco, if they ever go up there to, like, hang out on the weekends or something, they'll leave their car windows rolled down, and then a note that says, "Please don't break my windows. I don't have anything valuable in here for you to steal. Please don't." Literally, that's just like a game for people, is just to break car windows. And they're not even stealing anything. They're just doing it for the sport of it. It's insane. And yeah, I've heard the homeless problem is really, really bad up there. Yeah, oh, here, she's back. She's back. You have a...
Oh. She's back.
She's back.
Well, how's she sitting?
I don't know.
Gotta get situated. Oh, butt cam.
Butthole cam. Only cats.
You don't need a strip club.
Only cats. Take a seat, please. Thank you. Yeah, it was super violent, and I think it's still kind of going on, honestly. It's pretty sad. I mean, New York, I haven't heard stuff like that happening necessarily, but I have heard that, like, you know, they're in a similar situation as LA right now because we're both sanctuary cities, or we were. I don't know what happened recently with the new change of presidency thing, because a lot of stuff got repealed, like so much stuff that, like, you can't even keep up with it all. There's like a really long list of all the different changes, and it's just exhausting to read. So a lot of us are just like, okay. But yeah, so I don't know what it is now, but for the longest time, both LA and New York were sanctuary cities. And so you had like a lot of like kind of homeless issues as a result of that. So it's kind of a weird thing. And for whatever reason, those are both the most expensive places on the friggin' planet to live. But yeah, but in New York, it has actual seasons and weather and freezing things, and not as easy to be nomad-y on the streets out there versus here in LA.
Yeah.
So kind of a thing. I think we probably have a little bit more of that type of population out here. But yes. It's expensive. Every once in a while I'll see somebody do a map about it too. They're like, the most expensive places to live.
Yes.
In the U.S. Oh, what'd you get?
I finally get to get the Crystal Grotto.
Oh, how fancy. I don't know if they can hear that music, but it's pretty loud.
They can't hear it.
It's pretty loud. Show me your goods.
Crystal Grotto. Cool.
Oh, wow. Sparkly. Cute.
Cute.
Because it's, you know, covered in glitter. Ooh,
it's a
cute.
strip club.
Would that make a good strip club? Like Crystal Grotto?
Yeah.
Like this whole environment? Yeah. Strip club that's just like covered in crystals.
Good idea, Madam Twerks.
Here's the thing though, I don't know how sanitary it would be. There's a lot of nooks and crannies you'd have to sanitize. It sounds like a lot of pressure washing on the daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hose it down. Hose it down.
Hose it down. Well, you know. A lot of hose. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Pressure washer.
Get out of here, bull.
Get out here. Come on, get.
Okay, so I need to make a shrinking potion. Who wants that?
Oh, that's the opposite of Blue Chew.
And then I'm still waiting for... There's an alchemy guy that comes in and sells me stuff. I'm still waiting for him.
Oh, nice.
So maybe I can make the shrinking potion real quick.
Is his name Edward Elric? Alchemy guy?
Oh, the alchemy guy?
No.
It should be.
It should be. Is he really short, but he hates when you call him short?
I think he's pretty normal.
Oh, how dare you. Normal.
Normal.
Look at this kitty. She's a gray kitty. So cute. What a sweet. Takes a pet like nothing.
Takes a pet like nothing.
Let's see this paw. I'm gonna see this paw. Pretty cool. Thank you very much. It.
So you're planning on playing Me Side pretty soon.
Oh,
right?
yeah. So I've heard about this awesome, cool, neat new game called Me Side. And for whatever reason, the character looks like me.
A little bit.
Or I don't know. There's like a lot of characters with blue hair lately. I feel very seen. There's a while even before I like cut bangs where like I was getting everybody sending me pictures of like Arcane, you know, League of Legends stuff like with Jinx, because I have apparently like a pretty similar like facial structure, and then I had the same exact hair as her, and they're like, why did they steal your look and put it in this show? I'm pretty sure that existed a long time ago.
Do you talk to old-timey prospectors a lot?
I do, as a matter of fact.
Why did they take your look?
Why did they take your look? Yeah, I keep seeing that game pop up too. But yeah, anyways, I digress. Like, one of the many things that was suggested to me because they're like, you should play it because it looks like you, is Me Side. And then I started like looking into it and saw the reviews are awesome. And also that it looks not only adorable, but slightly terrifying, and that's kind of my vibe. So I'm into it, and I'm probably going to play it this week. But, you know, I just gotta download it. That's fine. I already bought it. Everything's going to be great. But maybe I'll do it like, you know, some of the evenings this week or something. Because we haven't published an official schedule or anything this week. We were planning to, but I don't know, just had some funky scheduling stuff come up, so we like didn't want to schedule something and then have to cancel it. So just in case. But yes, so we're still planning on doing like the evening stuff, right? Today, yeah. Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, so we're gonna take like a couple hour break to do like dinner and give
for
the cats
today,
dinner
yeah,
and stuff, and then we're coming back tonight at what, like 6?
Yeah. Not sure what
we're
game
give
we're
that
gonna
a try.
do.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do this or are we gonna do Helldivers?
I don't know. I didn't think about it. I haven't thought that far ahead.
Yeah. Well, if anybody has any suggestions on, like, we were either thinking about doing this again, or maybe Me-Side, or maybe like Helldivers, because we've got a couple that we play with that we've known forever. Yeah, it's always a fun time with them. So if you like cute but also scary stuff, the visual novels I would recommend Tiny Bunny. Tiny Bunny?
You got her attention.
Sold. Done. Definitely sold. Although I don't. Well, I'm gonna check it out because to what extent with like the visual novel aspect.
How tiny is the bunny?
How tiny is the bunny?
How tiny are we talking here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my hands together. You tell me when to stop.
Size matters.
Stop. Tell me when to stop.
Bunny size matters.
Tell me. Ooh.
Ooh, it's pretty tiny. Very tiny. No, I just I'd have to see like how long it is, because visual novels I'm here and there with. Like sometimes they don't grasp me enough and they can be a little bit too slow paced for me. But that sounds like a kind of neat theme, and I am into tiny bunnies. So yeah, you can check it out. I'll look it up right now, actually. Tiny Bunny. On Steam, right?
Yeah, the other one I was telling her about was what is it, Doki Doki Literature Club?
Oh yeah, that's
I've just
right.
heard things about it, but I don't know much about it.
Oh, look at that. It is a tiny bunny.
Oh my.
How very Donnie Darko. Oh my god. I love that like all of them are like, look at it. Oh, sorry, he's busy. Oh,
I'm brewing a potion.
DDLC is good. I didn't even know there was an abbreviation for it, but that makes perfect sense. Okay, maybe I'll check that one out too. Cool. Yeah, I like how all the pictures are like the stylistic, like black and white, right?
Hmm?
And then all of a sudden, it's just a picture of Bunny. It's like
Oh
a regular
my.
bunny.
Oh my.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Horror visual novel based on a story by Dimitri Mordis. Takes place in a quiet rural town surrounded by forest. Children suddenly begin disappearing, and the main character who recently moved there finds himself dragged into these horrible events. Something about a bunny. Into it. Okay. I like this. Very good. But yes, anyways, DDLC, also on the list.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to actually pop those onto my Steam. Oh, come here, Dad. Come on. Butthole shot.
She left and I didn't even notice.
How dare you? I don't know how you could notice her being gone.
Oh no.
Or how you could not notice. She's just such a presence.
I just dropped my watering pail and I have no idea how to get it back because I dropped it off screen.
Oh no. Miss, you better turn around. You got the butthole shot
New
going.
watering pail. Oh, did I? Oh, I must have dropped it in my my inventory. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Whee. He's so cute. Take a seat, please. He's always got to circle around a bunch. There we go. Good. Oh, nice and comfy. Oh, she's got such fluffy cheeks. It's so great. But yes. Yeah, maybe we'll do Helldivers or something. Because that's kind of a fun one.
I'm down for that. I just can't chat while I'm playing that game.
That's okay. I am so good at just talking.
Because it's all business for me with that game.
Yeah, he's very tunnel vision when it comes to Helldivers.
Yeah.
He's got a lot going on. He's got many leather-bound books, and his apartment smells of rich mahogany. Yes.
True.
Mm-hmm. He's kind of a big deal.
I want to be in you.
Wait, no, wait.
Wait, I want to be in you.
I I would play Helldivers, but I won't be here because it'll be 3 a.m. for me and I gotta work in the morning.
Oh
yeah. Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate you tuning in despite that. Well, I guess it's a little earlier over there. I need to learn time differences. I don't even know what they are. If it's 3 a.m. in a few hours for you, so is it like evening right now for you? I guess it's only like 2:50 plus 8. Okay, so let's see. It's like 3-ish right now. So it's what, 11 p.m. over there? Is that my math incorrectly?
Yeah. No, that's right.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah, almost 11. Oh, well, very good.
So actually this I mean, unless you're a late nighter, this earlier time bracket works out.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll keep this going.
Yeah, it's always such a kind of trip because like when we're starting out doing Twitch stuff like this, and everybody's got different advice and none of it seems, it's all kind of all over the place. And a lot of it's like, oh, you should do this time bracket or this time, all these different suggestions. Like, oh, you should get the work crowd or you should get the whatever. And it's all kind of relative based on like where you are, but not really taking into consideration that like there's people from all across the world that tune into weird streams like this. So it's like nothing's gonna work for everyone.
Yeah, like I was interested in the night stuff as well because I saw there was one night that we did stuff and we actually got like a lot of viewers from New Zealand and Japan.
Yeah, so it's like when are they even watching?
That's I think our night is their like morning.
Yeah, it's so funky. Definitely works for me, but I'm only one person, so certainly do what works for me. Well, we appreciate that, but we do try and help out and work with everybody. We can.
Maybe we're just popular with people in the UK, governor.
Oh boy. Please take no offense.
Well, what? Hey, my dad was born in England. I am half English, so technically.
So it's okay? Is that like having a black president
means
exactly. You can't be racist?
I can say the word.
Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay, whatever he says. I don't even know. Everything's fine. Yeah. Well, honestly, we were doing stuff based on our own schedule, and our own schedule's kind of like, what was it, like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday? And we were doing like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, a day and an evening, like a split shift type of thing.
Yeah.
Which would, for us anyways, I think for us it's what, 1 to 3, and speaking of 3, it's almost 3 now. 1 to 3 and 6 to 8, and then on Saturdays kind of just like maybe like a 1-ish thing, because we were gonna do more artsy type of stuff sometimes on the weekends, which would need to be kind of earlier. Plus, I normally don't work on the weekends. Well, actually, I can't even say that because
you never know when
I never know when I'm going to work. People don't like to hire me on Sundays a lot of the time.
I'm pretty certain the reason we were hesitant to put a schedule out was because we were like, there was the weekend when you were like, actually, I do work Saturday.
Yep.
So maybe we could do it on Sunday, and
yeah.
Actually,
it's kind of a bummer not knowing where or when you're going to be at any given time, because then you can't do stuff like this on a continual basis. But I mean, but typically I do tend to not work past a certain time on the weekdays, so that's why we're like, 6 to 8 is probably fine. Yeah. So on the random days like today, and probably maybe Thursday, I don't know, we'll see, that I don't have work during the day because nothing's come up, I'll obviously be joining him during the day, and then in the evenings I'll probably be there during the evenings, but not always during the day. What is she doing?
I put it on her head, now she's mad.
Do the other camera.
Other camera? But it's such a good... Alright, let
me see. They can see that it's a rainbow that she's ripping apart. She's ripping apart happiness. Is this yours?
I'm feeling itchy. Well, down there. Know what I mean? Do you have anything to relieve it?
What? Oh my god.
Do I have an anti-itch cream? Wait a minute.
Yep, if you split the world into 3 regions, US, EU, and Asia, you can only really cater to 2 of them at any given time. Yeah, you make some pretty good points, and even that is kind of like a tough sell. So, plus, I mean, you never know people's situations, and like, you know, like he was saying, like one of the reasons we were talking about doing this time zone, this bracket, is because when he worked in an office, like he would see people watching all the time, and he was like, "Oh, people are interested in doing that, even at work or whatever." But I guess there are people that are not even at work that are watching too, so it works out for those people too. Yeah. We'll just do us, and hopefully people can join, and it'll be cool, and we can talk to everybody, and it'll be awesome. It is. Is this your rainbow? Oh, I apologize. You can have that. It's stuffed with catnip. So, you know, she's getting up on the cat drugs right now. Can I have this? Oh, it's yours? Oh, I'm so sorry. Can I? Nope.
Okay, that's not an anti-itch cream.
Can you see this? Nope.
Oh, he'll pay extra if it has poop shroom in it.
Poop shroom?
Poop shroom.
Ah.
I've got some poop shroom right here.
You do?
I do. Okay, but what does he want? He's feeling itchy down there.
Uh-huh.
He needs something to relieve it.
He has chlamydia.
Sure.
So where's the cod piece?
But I don't have any, like, anti-itch recipes.
Or maybe syphilis. Does he need, like, a syphilis, like an STD medication? I'm sorry, she's upset by the implication. I don't know what implication it is.
Maybe rejuvenation?
He spent too much time at the Crystal Cave.
That's right. The Crystal Grotto.
Oh, I'm so sorry to offend the delicate sensibilities. Apparently has a technical term.
You're the one that made it up.
I thought that was what it was called.
The Crystal Cave? Oh no, I thought you called it the Crystal Grotto.
No, I thought it was called the Crystal Grotto. I thought that's what that was in the game.
Yeah, Crystal Grotto.
Yeah.
You just said it. You kept saying Crystal Cave.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
It's the same thing. It's the glitter factory.
The Crystal Cave works too because it's like you could just have like the CC as the logo. CC.
Yeah, I'm gonna CC you on this email. Crystal Cave.
Oh. That's how you know, like, you know, when the other office employees are on the DL, should CC you in on this.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Wow. Well, this might want to be the last potion.
Oh, are we
We're approaching 3 pretty rapidly.
Oh no. Okay.
I know.
Let me brew this.
But
did this have poop shroom in it? I forgot to check.
You should always make sure that
I don't need this.
What
okay, I don't know what he wants.
Has poop shroom in it because it's good for you.
I'm cheating right now, just so you know.
He's looking at poop shroom. But he's looking at poop shroom on safe mode because otherwise he would get all types of fun sites. No one's into scat. What'd you find?
Oh, really? Just a healing potion?
What?
I guess I'm overthinking it.
What did you give him?
I was trying to give him like rejuvenation and like slipperiness.
Oh.
Because I was like, hey, you know, maybe like
PG-13.
What's that?
PG-13.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Very good. Slipperiness.
And he wants poop shroom in it. Hold on.
I would like some Neosporin, but I want some poop shroom in there.
Don't give me any weak potions. I want it chock full of poop shroom.
Gross.
There's the poop shroom.
It does look like poop shroom.
One more poop shroom.
It's quite the log.
He's gonna get mad if I don't give him the right thing right now.
Do it.
Hey, there we go.
He doesn't look happy, but he
Does he ever look happy?
Well, his genitals are itchy.
This? You want this?
I don't know that he could look happy. His genitals are not happy.
I find myself unable to sleep. Would you help me with this, alchemist?
Death potion. I mean, that's
I'll make you sleep forever.
It's the longest sleep. Alright, should we be calling it pretty soon here? Is this your last customer?
Well, I'm just trying to finish up this day real quick.
Oh, that's the day.
We just hit 2 hours. My gosh.
I know, but you said 1 to 3, so I was just trying to keep to a schedule.
All right. Here I need to buy more poop shroom. I'm almost out of poop shroom.
Okay.
God.
I'm so sorry. I did not understand your affinity for poop shroom, so I'm not being a supportive enough spouse.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, got a few more people. I don't like complex potions. Need to restore the magical properties somehow. I wonder how I do that.
Why doesn't she like complex potions?
A lot of...
Yeah,
I won't bother haggling with people. I'll just burn through these people. My husband is going into the woods.
I got a high leveled man voice. He could use a potion to help him hunt better. He's not good at this, but he wants to feel manly.
Swift. Get out. Alchemist, I need mana.
I need sky bread.
I need some sky bread. That's what you need. Now get out. I'm getting ready to fight a fire elemental. Give me fire protection. Here we are. That's what you need. Now get out.
Now get out. Wow, nice antlers. He's ready to storm the capital.
What do you eat? Oh, I'm not gonna read all that.
Show me your goods.
Show me your goods.
You have to pay extra for that normally.
Bloodthorn, I don't have any of that. Lava root, I can use some of that. I think I have life leaf. So that's windblown. There's life leaf. Okay, I already have life leaf.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll buy this stuff off of them. Good enough.
Very good.
Now get out of my shop.
Now leave.
Okay, let me just plant
Make
these.
like a tree. And leave. Leaf.
Leaf Erickson.
Early.
Oh, wait, where can I plant this stuff? Cave floor, cave floor. Oh, these guys can go on the cave floor. I'm going to put them on the cave floor. And that.
Hey.
And I'm done.
Yay!
Hooray!
Very good. Okie dokie.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Harpoon. Thank you for talking with us again.
Yeah.
So always a pleasure.
Of course. Glad to come hang out and glad to see you chat with some people. It's always a fun time.
So we'll see you next time.